Did you know that a common vitamin could increase your risk of brain bleeding by 22%? That's just one of the everyday items in your kitchen that might be silently damaging your blood vessels. In this video, you'll discover the surprising foods and supplements that could be putting your brain at risk. If you find this information useful, please click the like button, and if you haven't already, click subscribe and turn notifications on to see more health videos from us. Okay, before we get into specific foods, we should quickly discuss supplements. Many people take supplements, but there's one you should be particularly cautious with: vitamin E. Many people take vitamin E supplements because this vitamin is known to help with eye health and heart disease. It's an antioxidant, so many assume it's entirely safe, but that's not the full picture. In fact, overloading your body with vitamin E can have serious consequences. A large meta-analysis involving over 50,000 participants found that vitamin E supplements increased the risk of hemorrhagic stroke, a type of brain bleed, by 22%. Researchers suggest this may be due to its effects on blood clotting. Excess vitamin E can interfere with the body's ability to stop bleeding when it needs to. If you already have high blood pressure, the risk is even greater. That's why you should never take a vitamin E supplement, unless a doctor familiar with your health specifically recommends it. Instead, focus on whole foods rich in vitamin E. Some of the best sources include almonds, hazelnuts, sunflower seeds, spinach, olive oil, butternut squash, and avocado. Beyond vitamin E, many of these foods are packed with natural compounds like polyphenols, which help strengthen the small blood vessels in your brain, reducing the risk of brain bleeds. Next, a little coffee might be okay, but you don't want to overdo it. In moderation, coffee can be a helpful pick-me-up. It's packed with antioxidants like chlorogenic acid, which can support brain health and even improve circulation. In fact, some studies suggest that 1 or 2 cups a day may lower your risk of stroke and other vascular conditions. But there's a fine line between a helpful boost and harmful excess. A 10-year study conducted in Japan examined how coffee consumption impacts the risk of subarachnoid hemorrhage, or SAH. This condition involves severe bleeding in the space between your brain and the thin tissues covering it. It's rare, but life-threatening. The researchers followed nearly 10,000 participants and found that drinking 5 or more cups of coffee daily was linked to nearly 4 times the risk of developing SAH compared to those drinking just 1 cup per day. Researchers believe that excess caffeine weakens blood vessels, making the brain vulnerable to a catastrophic bleed. So, what does this mean for your coffee habit? Aim for no more than 3 cups a day. As an extra tip, avoid coffee creamers, which are often loaded with unhealthy fats and additives. Instead, use whole milk, nut milk, or half and half. And at number 4, alcohol. You've probably heard mixed messages about alcohol. Some studies suggest a glass of wine might be heart healthy, but when it comes to your brain, alcohol is anything but helpful. Alcohol can weaken the walls of your blood vessels over time. It also raises blood pressure, a major risk factor for brain hemorrhages. And the risks aren't confined to binge drinkers. Even moderate alcohol use can raise your risk. It doesn't help that alcohol also depletes your body of critical nutrients like B vitamins, which your brain needs to repair itself and maintain healthy blood vessels. So, what's the takeaway? Limit alcohol to occasional use. If you're pouring yourself a glass of wine, keep it to 1 serving, and pair it with food to reduce the strain on your system. At number 3, you want to watch your high-sodium foods. Salt is essential for your body. It helps regulate fluid balance, muscle contractions, and nerve signals. But too much can quickly tip the scales, causing problems for your brain and blood vessels. The worst offenders? It's the processed and packaged foods. Think frozen meals, canned soups, deli meats, and salty snacks like chips and pretzels. a single slice of pepperoni pizza can contain nearly half your daily sodium allowance. And that so-called healthy turkey sandwich, it might pack more than 1,500 milligrams of sodium, over 2/3 of the recommended limit. Excess sodium causes your body to retain water, increasing blood volume and raising blood pressure. Over time, this constant pressure can weaken blood vessel walls, making them more prone to rupture. But there's more. High sodium diets are also associated with cognitive decline. Some studies suggest that excessive salt can impair blood flow to the brain, potentially accelerating conditions like dementia. You don't need to cut salt entirely, but be aware of highly processed foods that often contain excessive levels. Is this useful? If so, please click the like button. If you haven't already, click subscribe and turn notifications on to see more videos as we release them. At number 2, we have sugar. It's no secret that sugar is bad for your health, but its impact on your brain might surprise you. Take soda, for example. A single 12-ounce can packs nearly 40 grams of sugar. That's 10 teaspoons in one sitting. Beyond weight gain and cavities, sugar accelerates a process called glycation. This occurs when sugar molecules bind to proteins and fats in your body, creating advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. AGEs damage tissues, including the delicate lining of blood vessels, making them weaker and more prone to rupture. Cutting back on sugar isn't just about avoiding obvious culprits like candy and soda. Sugar is sneaky, hiding in foods you might not expect, like bread, pasta sauce, or even so-called healthy foods like yogurts and salad dressings. That's why it's crucial to start reading labels carefully. Sugar often goes by many different names. Look out for ingredients like high fructose corn syrup, agave nectar, maltose, dextrose, or evaporated cane juice. These might sound less harmful, but they all contribute to the same problem, damaging your blood vessels and increasing the risk of brain bleeds. And don't be fooled by artificial sweeteners. Sucralose, aspartame, and saccharin are often marketed as better alternatives, but research suggests they can be just as bad. They disrupt your metabolism, affect your gut health, and, perhaps worst of all, keep cravings alive. The truth is that sugar and artificial sweeteners are physiologically addictive. They trigger a rush of dopamine in your brain, similar to what happens with certain drugs. This keeps you coming back for more, even when you know it's not good for you. But if you cut back on sugar, your brain will start to adjust in just 2 weeks. It might feel tough at first, but your cravings will fade and you'll begin to feel like a new person. Once the cravings subside, you'll have more energy, clearer thinking, and fewer energy crashes. Your blood vessels will start to heal without the constant onslaught, getting stronger and reducing your risk of complications like brain hemorrhage. And at number 1, trans fats. These fats don't occur naturally in most foods. They're created through an industrial process called hydrogenation, which turns liquid oils into solid fats to improve shelf life and texture. Think margarine, shortening, and the oils used in fried foods like French fries and donuts. Trans fats massively increase inflammation in your blood vessels and lower their flexibility. This makes it harder for blood to flow to critical areas, like your brain, while also raising the risk of vessel rupture. But trans fats don't stop at weakening blood vessels. They're also linked to cognitive decline. Research suggests that people with higher levels of trans fats in their bloodstream are more likely to develop dementia and memory problems. Trans fats hide in plain sight. Frozen meals, packaged pastries, microwave popcorn, and even some coffee creamers can be loaded with them. And of course, fast food is full of trans fats due to using cheap, repeatedly heated cooking oils. So limit your fast food and deep-fried restaurant meals. Never use cooking oil more than once. And when shopping, look out for partially hydrogenated oils on ingredient lists. If you see it, skip it. Beyond brain bleeds, it's important to be aware of blood clots, which can cause ischemic stroke. For more on that, watch our video on the top 7 foods that dissolve blood clots.